Hi Scorpios, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for being with me today. So we are going to be doing your tarot readings today. I kind of wish we could focus a little bit more on your work situation, but let's just see what's going to come out. I'm going to be using this new deck that I just got. I love this card so much before tarot. I also got some new oracles to play around with as well. So before we get started, just make sure that you subscribe to this channel and enable the ring button if you never want to miss a new video from me. Also check out my new astrology channel. I'm going to leave a link below. All the information about everything is also going to be in the description box. And anyway guys, let's get started. So as I'm recording this, it's like a dull rainy day where I am. So it's a super cozy day to just put your favorite hoodie, you know, like a little cup of tea, do a little tarot. Yeah, if you hear any rain, it's just because it's raining. And anyway guys, let's go, my Scorpios. You can watch this video, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or maybe you're relocated, Ascendant, the Scorpio, or you have progressions in Scorpio, could resonate as well. Let's see. Oh wow, it's thunder. And I was like walking outside. I was trying to just, you know, have some time outside, and it started raining. I had to like run back home because it started raining like crazy, and I was like out of breath. I was like, well, at least I worked out because it counts as a like run. And let's see, Scorpios. I'm like in super chill vibe right now, so let's chill out together. Oh, okay. First card, we have the Nine of Cups. Then we have here the Two of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. What happened with the Three of Swords, guys? What I'm getting here is that for a lot of you at the moment, there is this very, very big focus in the center of your reading here on your future. I feel like things, like the seeds you've planted, are starting to pay off. Like you're slowly starting to collect some of the fruits of your labor. You start seeing how there are new opportunities unfolding in front of you, how actually like you do have options, like you're not doomed, you're not like stuck anymore. You're starting to see how there are actually options that, you know, you could work with. And I feel like you're also looking right now at the moment, as you can see here in this before tarot, there is this man standing holding the globe in his hands. You are starting, I think, like to go into that state of really strategizing and thinking, okay, should I move to a different place? Where should I go next? What should my next venture be? Maybe you have made recently extra money. And wow, it just, as I said, this, the water, you know, started acting up in my sink. Yeah, I feel like you recently have made some extra money, or if you haven't made some extra money yet, I think soon it's going to be there. And this is going to present itself an opportunity for like either investments, or just if it's not investment, it's going to be about like really considering what are you going to do with the things that you are getting from the universe. And of course, once again, you're going to hear me repeating this, you know, until the end of the year. North Node is in Scorpio's 8th house, South Node is in the 2nd house. So this is really the time for you to really think about how you're making money, and also what you're doing with it. What's in your savings? What's in your investment account? Maybe some of you will be investing for the first time in your life. Maybe some of you will also reconsider your current investment strategy if you already are invested. But with South Node in the 2nd is also like, I'm not giving, by the way, any financial advice whatsoever. Tarot is entertainment only. However, with South Node in the 2nd, this is the energy where if you keep too much money in cash, the cash might either like lose its value, hello inflation America, or it could also be like it's not gonna, you know, it's just gonna be like a waste. So again, of course, be careful, but I think at least at the moment you could learn about what is it like to invest money, how to even get started if you've never done that before, because there is something about that. And also it's also all about investing in your future. Sometimes, you know, like instead of, you know, sitting on a bunch of cash, let's say if you're owning your own business or even your own side hustle, it's much better to reinvest this money also back in the business. Well, you know, obviously good for taxes, but also if you want to grow beyond, you know, where you currently are, whether it means, you know, like hiring a PR team, or just, you know, really upgrading, maybe like if you have a shop, like upgrading that shop, the light, whatever, you know, just increasing your value. And I feel like that's where your focus currently is. With the Knight of Cups here, I'm getting that we have here in this before tarot deck, we have this woman who is offering this cup to this knight. So I do feel like you have set your intention to the universe on what kind of partner you want to manifest, what kind of partner you are waiting for, and you are waiting for this energy to come back to you. So you're in this place right now where you're not desperate, to just meet anyone or to just get into a relationship with anyone. You're willing to wait, but when it comes back, like the energy, the manifestation that you set out in the universe, it better be good, because you are not going to settle for anything bad. With this Three of Swords card here, and of course this is the before tarot, I'm getting that this is going to be just a message for some of you, but I'm getting that for some of you, there could be a little bit, let me just chill out for a second, because I'm just getting so much information sometimes. That's why I start talking fast and then I get out of breath. So hold on, give me a second. 1, 2, 3. Some tea here. I got the raspberry tea with like putting some honey into it. Oh my God, so good. But anyway, I'm getting that for some of you, this is a little bit of a warning where if you like jump into a relationship too quickly right now, without, kind of like thinking, like without really assessing the person first, this might lead to you repeating certain cycle and you coming back to certain heartbreak that you don't want to come back to. Now, again, I'm not saying that you're going to be heartbroken. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be dating now. I'm just saying that make sure, like, let's say there is someone new that you recently manifested, make sure that, this person really like, is on the same page with you, that they want the same things, and don't be scared even to ask. When we just start dating someone, we should really look at this a little bit like as a job interview, like where first dates you are, not getting carried away with your emotions, which Scorpios do, and I'm the same way, by the way. But like I was recently, I think yesterday, I was kind of like advising a little bit one of my Scorpio friends, and he was like, oh my God, will I be single forever, etc. And I was like, be careful, because he kind of started falling for someone. And, I was just like, be careful, like make sure a person is on the same page with you. Because that's the thing about Scorpios. Scorpios fall in love so quickly when they do find someone who they feel connection with, and they fall deep. But the thing is, like, many people get freaked out, by this kind of intensity, and sometimes you end up giving your love to people who don't deserve it. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you hold your love as the highly valued prize people actually have to work for, like especially as a feminine energy, but even for masculine, like don't just give yourself away too easily, because this could lead to heartbreak. Let's see what else. So far, so good. Queen of Cups. The heart wants what it wants. Was it that Selena Gomez or something song? We have here, right, this little dolphin that's bringing this chalice to the queen. So I'm getting that, there is this very interesting energy with the queen, with the knight to the queen, where I'm getting this is a stage of a preparation of like you are preparing yourself right now for the major love to enter your life. You're getting ready to trust again. You are getting ready to like to be in a space where your energy is like welcoming new love into your life. For some of you, there was like a long stage of being single, so you kind of like had your time to just be alone, to just do your own stuff, maybe discover your own interests, your own hobbies. Maybe just like spend some time alone healing or like working on yourself. And I feel like that stage is slowly becoming over. For most of you, it is already over, but like I'm getting that whenever you discover this video, whenever you watch this, there is still literally like maybe a few weeks to a month of this energy left before you like fully dive into perhaps a new emotional connection. And especially if you're watching this video when I just posted, in 2 weeks, like actually no, like in a week from now or so, we are gonna have the new moon of Pisces, which for Scorpios is highly auspicious because this is your 5th house. So there might be like a new love, you falling in love with somebody new very soon, maybe even a Piscean, somebody who has Pisces in their chart. Let's see what else. Justice been coming up all the time with Scorpios viewers by readings. And we have here 7 of Pentacles. How does this work? Let me see. I feel like the decision has been made And this was a decision that has to do with maybe you choosing between multiple opportunities or multiple people. I'm also getting that the universe has decided on something, like decision to perhaps, you know, grant you access to some resources, grant you access perhaps, you know, like to the door towards the next chapter of your life. Because next to the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you have been waiting for things to move for a while. They recently have started moving, but it's like, it's still, you know, it's in the stage where it's like it's kind of like you're starting to open certain doors for yourself, but it's still like not fully there. So I'm getting that there was some decision also made in your favor. Now it could be like a decision by universe. It could be a decision, maybe you were applying for some kind of, I don't know if you're like a startup, you were applying, I don't know, like for funding or to get, you know, like accepted into some kind of accelerator incubator program, or maybe like you were applying for university. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of like from the top of my head, kind of, you know, coming up with things that I know about, but it could be like a bunch of other things kind of like in this direction. And I feel like a decision is going to be made soon. I'm getting like 7 days to a couple of weeks since you watched this video, which is going to be important for you. Hold on a second. I wanna use this moon cards. Ouch, hold on. I messed it up. No. Sometimes I start shuffling and like I forget. Hold on. These cards are so beautiful. I just got them. They're like different phases of the moon, but they also like they have different messages. Okay. All right. We have here fear. And we also have here oh, interesting energy. Fear, boundaries. 11 and 12. 20 cards. And then we also have here acceptance. Super beautiful card. Okay, what I'm getting here is that this has to do mostly with a connection. So I'm getting like for a lot of you, you kind of disconnected yourself from other people perhaps. Maybe it has to do with love, or you're like, you know what, I'm not ready to be dating, or I'm not ready to be opening up. But it could be larger than that. It could be maybe like you're just spending more time alone, because there is a bit of this energy with fear and boundaries that people will step over your boundaries again. I'm getting that there was like maybe recently or maybe not so recently kind of like an episode of your life where you've let people in, but they have really kind of abused your, you know, kindness, whether they betrayed you or lied to you or disrespected you in some way. And you right now kind of put yourself a little bit in the cage away from them, because there is a bit of this fear of negative energies coming back to your life. But at the same time, you know, it sort of like puts you a bit on this, in this cage where it's like you're also completely isolated. And I feel like deep down you are looking for connection. You don't want to be just being like a hermit forever. I feel like you really are, you know, looking for acceptance and connection. So you will have to kind of find this, I would say, like middle ground between not disconnecting yourself too much from others, where you are like just, you know, like kind of like away from everyone because you are scared that, you know, like whether that's abandonment wound or, you know, you're scared someone's going to betray you. I feel like maybe by putting healthy boundaries in place, you're going to find that happy medium. And with this acceptance card, I am seeing that soon, like for the next months you're watching this for, like if let's say you're watching this now in March, maybe like it's going to happen in March or in April, very soon. Basically, it's a timeless reading. So whenever you discover this, like with acceptance card, it's going to be soon this moment for you to just fully, like, you know, like accept that yes, bad things could happen, but nevertheless you are still choosing to maybe give people a chance, even if they are not perfect, even if you can see their flaws perfectly. Sure, put the boundaries in place. Don't just like open up to someone you barely know, or don't just open everything, all your cards, you know, about yourself, but like find a way how to maybe just show enough that you're comfortable with, so that you could maintain this human connection with others. Because I feel like connection, I know this card is called acceptance, but I feel like connection is what's the most important for you. And maybe even that's something that can help you also, you know, like go towards your next chapter, manifest even maybe perhaps more success, because, you know, like when you have supportive people around you, you can achieve so much more than just doing things on your own. All right, let's see what else. And we have here nourishment. This card to me, like, is the ultimate abundance. I just feel that for a lot of you, as you are also starting to open up more, as you maybe like are opening up to deeper connections with other people, this kind of, you know, like cornucopia, I guess, if you will, really starts manifesting more and more in your life. You're opening yourself up to just really receive all the blessings of the universe. You're opening yourself up also to more nourishing, to more loving connections. Again, you might have had very negative experiences in the past, but part of it also has to do with that you didn't set your boundaries in place. Maybe you also like didn't quite understand the kind of people were around you. But I feel like what you're inviting in your life now is more abundance, more prosperity, more success, and the kind of people who actually want to see you win. Like, I've noticed something, by the way, I'm going to share with you guys real quick, but I've noticed that I've been in very like different communities throughout my life. And I've noticed that whenever I was like in a more entrepreneurial and more business-like community, so whether like I was member of like a club when I was at the university, and even now like there is some you know, community secret societies like that are like more entrepreneurial and business like I'm a part of. I recently also joined Clubhouse, so find me there, by the way, if you're on Clubhouse. And like on Clubhouse, like there are a lot of basically people who are like different entrepreneurs, different, I don't know, there's a lot of VR people, a lot of VC, VR, VC, like, I don't know, all the like very entrepreneurial, like very like people who like innovation and stuff like that. And I noticed something that has been a very familiar theme in my life is that successful people always like to help others and always like to network with others. And I remember I had this like friend who was like a Harvard MBA, who was constantly also helping me to connect, like, like I think one time gave me even a recommendation letter to work with one like large company when I was in the music industry. And I remember I was really trying to understand why is he like also like helping everyone so much, because, you know, in my mind, I still do have some like, you know, I guess blockages where like, I don't always 100% understand why everyone just like, let's say, would do it unconditionally. And then I understood that it's something as simple as that when your circle around you rises. So let's say if my friend, you know, gets into like very like, I don't know, successful, like, I don't know, if my friend, let's say her startup would be like doing huge, or if she gets in like, I don't know, like some, you know, incubator, like some top accelerator or whatever program, it's going to be good for me too, because that's also going to, you know, if let's say I could help her, it's also going to help me because she will also like in some, like at some point will help me with like contacts or connections or like resources in some way. And that's kind of like the circle of life of, I think, like helping others, even if let's say at the moment it seems like, oh my God, what can this person like do? They cannot really give me back. It always helps because the more you help your like inner circle or whatever your circle of friends and people you meet rise, they also do the same for you. Of course, if they're not like, you know, like crazy or whatever, selfish person, which of course could happen, but most of the time, and this is something like very successful like business people taught me, that always try to, you know, be a resource for others, because that's going to return to you when you are going to be the one who needs a connection or like, you know, a key to some door. You know, it's most likely going to help you back, even if it's not going to come back right from the same person. It could come back from another person. So basically, because I diverted into this energy for so long, I think that you are going to be also manifesting context, resources, and really, if you have some friends right now in your circle already, you are all going to be strategizing not to compete with each other, not to be like, oh, I'm better than you, or I hit this milestone before you. But no, it's going to be more like, oh, like you're winning. Okay, I want to help you win too. Like, let's just see how we can, you know, instead of fighting against each other and kind of being, you know, slaves to the system still, let's see how we can beat the system together, and let's see how we can both rise. So you are going to be manifesting abundance and prosperity beyond, I feel like, your dreams. And this is actually going to come through you know, your connection with other people, your acceptance. And again, it makes sense with astrology because North Node is in your 8th house, and your ruling planet, by the way, when I'm recording this, Mars just went into Gemini and it's there. So this is the time, you know, whenever you watch this, to get this done. Let's see what else. Because look at this, 5 of Pentacles came up reversed. This is before Tarot, so once again, I do think for a lot of you, you still remember what it's like to not have even your basic necessities covered or met. You still remember what it's like to be living paycheck to paycheck. You still remember what it's like to, you know, have your rent payment due, but you don't have, you know, the full money to pay it, and you're wondering, will I be eating, you know, or will I be paying my rent? Or if I be paying my rent, it means like, you know, I cannot afford anything else. There is still memories of these times. And I think deep down what sometimes drives you is the fear that this is gonna repeat itself. For some of you, it's even kind of hard to accept that you already overcome the poverty stage of your life. You are only gonna rise from this point on, or at least keep things, if you already have achieved a lot, keep things the way they are. For some of you, there is still this traumatic memory, traumatic experience, or where you didn't even have enough like to survive. And you know, this fear sometimes is productive, because sometimes it does kind of protect you from maybe spending too much money or like making uncalculated type of investments or something like that. But there are other times when this fear is also kind of keeping you safe but small. And I think that very soon you are going to be understanding that where you were before is where you're never going to coming back again. And in fact, I feel like for a lot of you, the level of prosperity and abundance you're going to be manifesting is going to set you on track to, even if, okay, let's say not everybody in this life is going to be like Elon Musk or something like that. But still, there's usually the moment, you know, I think in your life where like you just get kind of, you know, some of the comfort where you know that at least you're never gonna like starve again. And because you know that your basic needs are covered, you know that now you can also try and, you know, like push for bigger doors to open, not just because you're trying to survive, but because you're really, you know that there is more available, and why not? You can totally have that. Okay, wonderful. Let's see what other deck should we do. Let's do this one. Let's try all my new decks with you guys. This is Syrian Oracle. We have here the 4 of Chalices, which I believe is 4 of Cups in this deck. These cards are beautiful, but it is hard to shuffle. Ouch. Okay. We also have the 8 of Flames, which was on top before, and we have the 9 of Flames, which is, I believe, Wands in this deck. All right, let's look into this. With the 4 of Cups, what I'm getting is that for a lot of you, this is once again, like I keep getting this message for Scorpios. This is like a moment for you to truly ask your heart, what is it you desire? You can see on this, in this deck, there is this woman, right, who is sitting on this rock with the 3 cups behind her, 1 cup in front of her, but she's holding her hand. I hope you guys can see this. She's holding her hand kind of like close to her heart here, and she's looking up to the stars. So I'm getting that for some of you, this is also a moment of before things I feel like will really take off for you with the 8 of Flames here, where things are going like very fast. There is this accelerated movement forward. Before you kind of like jump into things, ask yourself also, what does your heart truly desire? Because sometimes when you believe that there is only this amount of options available to you, you kind of start, instead of kind of dreaming and looking, you know, to the stars and asking your soul, what is this your ultimate dream? You get, you know, a bit too grounded and too practical, where you only think that the options that are in front of you are the ones that you can see. But don't forget that there are certain things that you cannot see yet, but yet they exist. Like we didn't know, let's say, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, like 10 or 20 years ago, or like, I don't know how old you guys are, but like 10 or 20 years ago, we didn't know like the world was gonna change so much, and there's gonna be like, I don't know, social media, or like, you know, like all this new type of companies like Uber, whatever. We didn't know like, you know, 10, 15 years ago that there's gonna be like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, there's this new thing, NFTs, right? You know, like there's constantly so much innovation, and there's things that you cannot even think that are possible that are becoming possible every day. And I'm getting that sometimes when you are only kind of keeping your options super practical by like looking at what's around you, you are risking like to miss out on actual opportunities that are far larger. So I think what's important is to keep yourself grounded, but at the same time, don't forget to look at the stars. Don't forget to set your sights and your ambitions higher, because I feel with this Eight of Flames here that success will come. But just try to not limit yourself with just what you know and what you think is possible for you, because I'm getting that there is a lot more that the universe has for you in store. Then we also have here Nine of Flames. I get that for a lot of you, you know, it's like, this is like this final stage, the final countdown, if you will, before I feel like your life, and this is more about finances rather than love, I feel your life will really be divided on before and after, where you're gonna fully feel like, you know what, I'm proud of who I've become. I feel like up to this point, even though like you're proud of yourself as a person, when it comes to your ventures, maybe career wise, or where you are when it comes to career ladder, or even maybe your like, you know, like social status or finances, you know, obviously like it's a general reading, but for the people who I'm specifically, you know, like tuning into here, you're not like 100% proud of yourself. Like, sure, you're grateful, but you're not like yet proud. So you're in this energy where, you know, it's like you're yet to step into your kind of like 100% manifestation of your potential, but I really feel like it's coming here. So don't worry. Let's take this card still. Let me just shuffle for a moment, and I just want to get some new message here. What does Scorpio need to know to manifest their absolute prosperity beyond their dreams? What does Scorpio need to know? Okay. We have here this... We have here this Clouds card, all right? We also have here a letter wants to come out. We also have here, this card is Child, beautiful card. And we have here, this is Clover, I believe, in this deck. Let me actually check. Yes, this is Clover, which is Great Fortune card. So yeah, I was for a second. I'm not like 100% expert of Lenormand, but I really like to read them intuitively. Clover means fortune, means success, means you know, like luck. So I'm getting that for you, like it's not, you know, I'm not how to say this, I'm 100% sure that it is coming towards you, your success, but I'm getting like what you need to do in order to manifest this. The clouds represent confusion. So this is like for you, I think you need to remove any doubt in yourself, in the things that you're doing. Like, let's say, let me give you an example so this doesn't sound like your typical law of attraction mumbo jumbo type of stuff. Let's say maybe you have some kind of online business or physical business, or you're at some kind of job, but there is like a little piece of that job perhaps maybe that you're not 100% liking, or maybe like this actually happened to me as well. Like maybe you don't like the way you look at times, or there's something about your presentation that you're not happy about. So work on these things, work on the things that make you feel, you know, like doubt yourself. Work on those things that create any kind of confusion, so that when you are 100% wholesome, when you're 100% confident in yourself, nothing can stand in the way. Because that's the thing, when Scorpio really wants something, there is nothing that can stand in the way. There is nothing that can, you know, like take away your success or your manifestation. You're such a powerful sign. But what can happen is that you sabotage yourself, where you're, I'm not 100% sure, oh, I don't like how this looks, oh, I don't like the way I look, or I don't like what people will think. Like, that's what creates confusion and what's not helping your manifestation. So with the letter card next to the child, write things down for yourself. Write what you want to manifest. And also with the letter card, I feel like for you, maybe soon is going to be time also to like message some people, send some messages to people. Like maybe it's about networking, maybe it's about you needing to email some, you know, whatever your work is. I don't know what your jobs are or whatever. I feel like emailing some people, reaching out to some contacts can be very powerful. And with the child card, I guess, like, don't forget your innocence as well. Don't forget what makes you happy. 13 is also Scorpio's number, right? Because Scorpio is, 13 is the death card. So here I'm just getting like, like, don't forget at the end of the day, like, what also makes you happy. Because I feel like success and luck, investments, I don't know, business, like recognition, all these things are going to come for you. You are, once again, you are not going back to this 5 of Pentacles, that you are, I feel like part of you, maybe this is, see, like even colors here are the same. Part of you are scared of this, but it's not coming back. It's just kind of like a matter of you to remove anything that's blocking your vision. As generic as it sounds, you know, it's like, I have here a tower coming up. Okay. We also have here 3 of Wands. I feel like for some of you, there's going to be unexpected trip. Unexpected also, something that has to do with foreigners, because obviously not everyone is traveling now. But who knows, maybe you're watching this video also later. We have here the 10 of Wands next to the 3 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles. See, that's the thing. They are showing me here a journey. With this 3 of Wands to the 10 of Wands to the 3 of Swords, it might have even been that like you were planning maybe to go in a certain direction with your life or to be with a certain person. And I'm getting that there's been things that kind of like were very high maintenance. You had to work hard for it, but it kind of didn't bring you anything but heartbreak. Whether maybe you've invested in a certain relationship or certain, project before, like this is the past energies. So it's, like as again, as generic kind of as it sounds, I feel like you would not reach with the 10 of Pentacles this level of material manifestation that you're going into now if you didn't go through this very big disappointment in something. If you didn't go through a stage where maybe you had to work like 3 jobs to just, keep the roof over your head. If you didn't perhaps was looked down at, where other people were like, oh, how come you cannot just manifest abundance? Like we all know there are these very spiritual people who shame others. Like, how come you cannot just manifest like $1 million? Like it's so freaking easy, like although, like the way money is being printed these days. But anyway, to not get sidetracked. But it's like it really, I feel like, hurt your ego before, where you couldn't like reach the highs that you've set for yourself. You felt down, you felt like ashamed of yourself. But I'm getting that this was ultimately required for you. We have a concept in Kabbalah called building a vessel for something, because the thing is, you can only receive things that you are ready for. And sometimes for us to be prepared for something, we have to go through some painful challenges, because they are expanding our awareness if we properly also like understand why these things are happening. And that's preparing us to receive our blessing, so that when our blessing comes, we are ready, and we are also ready to receive that. We are not going to overlook it. We are going to appreciate it, and we're going to be like, you know what? I have earned this 10 of Pentacles. I have earned this success. I'm feeling also that for some of you, if you have received your success and your coins, in some kind of major success that I feel like you are manifesting now, before, maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, you wouldn't be ready for it. Maybe you would have even sabotaged it. We know that Scorpio sometimes can self-sabotage. Like it's the queen and the king of self-sabotage in the zodiac. I feel like maybe like you were not even consciously ready for it. You didn't maybe even know how much you wanted the success before life kind of, showed you what it's like to be without it. Like showed you what it's like to be underpaid or underrated, or I don't know, the one who is kind of like always just like what do you call this? You know, there are main players like in football, but you know how there are these players who are like, they only go when the main player gets like injured, God forbid, or something. So like you kind of know what it's like to be overlooked now, how much it hurts you, how much you don't deserve that but deserve more, which is why now the road to manifestation of your abundance and success, the ultimate abundance, the ultimate success, this is the tree of life on the 10 of Pentacles, is here now. There is nothing more, you know, like you can ask for. You're manifesting that. Anyway, we're gonna take this to the extended. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I highly appreciate you guys. Link to the extended is gonna be down below. We're gonna take a look at everything deeper, maybe perhaps even dates, even other things, also love, whatever's gonna come up. I'm gonna be using all my bunch of different tarot and oracle. See you at the extended. Link is gonna be down below. Don't forget to check out my new astrology channel. Love you all guys. Bye.